Well.
In half of a mile, left turn.
Bottom of the
at
morning
the
to
end
you.
of the road onto Angeles Vista
Yep.
Boulevard.
Right now it's around 4:30 in the morning. I'm on my way into work to have my day, go out there and get it in so I can do what I got to do for the family. I don't like being up this early for work, but it is what it is. Good thing is I get off earlier than most people by a few hours, so I'm missing all the traffic. Anyway, so I woke up to some typical but disturbing news. Apparently, I think in Kentucky or somewhere, there was a mass shooting foiled by a black security guard who was armed, who chased this potential shooter down.
At the end of the West Slauson Avenue.
Anyway, what happens when the police who he called shows up to the scene? They blow his lights out. They blow him away. Kill him immediately. Just like that. Just like that. So, we just had that Thousand Oak shooting at the bar last week, and I think this was a bar as well, some type of nighttime hangout spot. Some guy was attempting to kill a bunch of people, but the plan was foiled. Now I wonder if the cops killing that guy, that poor black guy who would go to church and sing and play the organ, I wonder if he foiled a greater plan, and so he had to be dealt with. Who knows? Of course, conspiracy theories, right? They're all abound. They're all over the place. Everybody wants some bigger, greater scheme to be occurring. Or maybe the dude was just a copycat. Maybe he was trying to do the same thing the Thousand Oaks guy was doing. Regardless, this dude who saved lives would ultimately pay the price with his own life because he's black. And he was not a cop. He wasn't, a Fed or a soldier. He was a regular guy working security, and he went through training and went through background checks and got a license, probably. Or I'm not sure about the laws in Kentucky. You might not need that. But, he was a law-abiding citizen who could have killed this gunman himself. He could have done that. And, but he didn't. So that shows you that regular law-abiding citizens don't just want to go around killing people with guns. But this also shows you that no matter what a white shooter does, right? And the shooter lived. You imagine that? Isn't that ironic? They killed the security guard who saved all these lives and killed and kept the shooter alive. So, but this is the case in probably 90% of the mass shootings committed by white men. They're saved, or they're spared, I'll say. They don't get murdered by the police. It wouldn't be murder at that point. It would be justice. They don't get the justice they deserve. They get hamburgers and snack cakes. You know, they get a nice little low security facility to sleep in because they're considered to be crazy, as opposed to just a stone cold racist killer or whatever their motivation was, stone cold killer who had all their faculties about them.
To I-405.
But no, a black man who saves lives from a mass shooter has to die. Right? They murder him. Well. Isn't that ironic? It's a sad day in hell, man. Sad day. Black people aren't safe with guns, without guns. You know, we get murdered with cell phones in our hands, Skittles, soda pop. It doesn't matter. We could be trying to calm our autistic patient down and get shot twice for no reason. Why? In the United States.
In half of a mile,
But
keep left onto I-4.
you know, it continues.
South.
You know why? Because people are so concerned with their vote counting or not counting that they don't realize that once the vote is cast, it don't matter. Those politicians you vote in the office are beholden to the greater party, the great party that they belong to. They have to toe the party line or they don't get any support or backing or endorsement if they're trying to actually do something progressive to improve society and to improve conditions for black folk. Has any of the politicians that you guys voted for that actually won, have they said anything about having more accountability and having more oversight for the police?
Proceed about 4 miles.
Has anyone run on a platform such as that? That the police need more regulation, more oversight. They need more accountability. They can't just go and pay family leave or leave when they kill someone. Especially if it's suspicious, if it's not obvious that whoever they killed presented a threat. They can't just say, "Oh, I was afraid for my life." They can't just go on administrative leave and get paid for it. No, they have to go through what everyone else goes through. If it's determined within a certain amount of days that shooting was not legit, or if there's any sense or inkling that there was no justification for shooting and killing an innocent person. What about a committee, a civilian committee, aside from the police department, who consists of people, you know, that may have some type of criminal justice degree, or they're lawyers, they know the law, they know what's up, you know, give them they must have some type of certification and credentials to be a part of this committee, but they're going to be completely separate from the police force and consist of civilian members who have no ties to the municipalities, no ties to the police unions, no ties to the feds, no tie to any of that. Independent autopsies, all that must be mandated. Who said that? Has anybody run on that? Nah, you know what they're doing? You know what some of these people do? Even your beloved Democrats, black folks, you know what they do?
The exit on the right.
They'll say, because see, this is the lovely thing for them. They love it when mass shootings occur, because then they can say, "Oh, we need police need more power to do what they got to do as police officers. They need more power. They need less red tape." You hear this, and this this crap comes out of the mouths of Democrats and Republicans. Let me tell you something. You know why? Because they both belong to the same bird. They're part of the same body. They are no different, other than what they show you on TV through the media. No, when these shootings happen, when police kill innocent people, no one says anything about oversight. No one says anything about accountability. No one. And I think there are some places where
right turn.
they do have oversight committees that are independent, but when do they ever get used? When do they ever do their job? It's always, oh yeah, we've investigated ourselves and we found that we were, innocent, or we didn't do anything wrong. They have an internal affairs division or whatever they call it, where your PD is.
In a quarter of a mile, right turn.
Man, oh
onto
man.
West Rosecrans Avenue.
We stuck on stupid. This things like this continue to happen because we look at the wrong shit when it does happen. We look at the wrong shit. It's a magic trick. It's a sleight of hand. We're being distracted by some bullshit
In half of a
over
mile,
here,
left turn.
while
onto
over there,
Aviation Boulevard.
they're passing all kind of laws that are not beneficial to the people, beneficial to their pockets. And they have to keep us in line so that we can continue to line their pockets. So these laws are designed to keep us in check. But there are 3 branches of government for a reason, right? Checks and balances. But less and less are the checks and balances occurring, because they're too busy trying to figure out ways to keep us in check. And in California, they passed a law, or they're trying to pass a law. I don't know where they are with it. Where it strips us of our First Amendment rights. So if we post something, we might not even have an opinion on it. But if we post something, let's say from a website or something like that, or we share something on a social media site,
Your destination is ahead.
That gives information about a certain event or a certain person or whatever, we're just sharing it.
You have arrived.
We
at
can
the
get
destination.
fined
Your guidance is now
and
finished.
jailed for not fact checking and for putting it out there without any type of, any proof or anything. Even though we're just posting on social media, we're sharing what was put out there. So they want to fine us and lock us up and all this other stuff for sharing things that we would share every day on Facebook or something like that. See? That's the type of crap they pass to keep us in check. That's what they do. That's the type of shit they do, man. So, I gotta look into that law and see if it passed, see where it's at. So if I were to share somebody put something out there or did some investigation or did something to talk about maybe the police department that sent these guys out to kill this black security guard, maybe one of them had been fired from previous police departments for racist things, you know, and I decided to put that out there and share it. Man, anyway, the world, they don't give a fuck about us, man. So what we gonna do? Anyway, peace.